Okay. So Yasmin, would you like to go first?
Hey, can you guys do me a favor and catch me up on what you guys talked about last week?
Who would go for who would Hina, would you brief about last week's
Yasmin,
meeting?
Hannah done
Or
finished the book.
Tamara?
She done tell the
can you
whole
give me
plot
can you guys do
line.
me?
All right, okay.
All right.
Tamara had a rapid fire questions. Like in 5 minutes, she got the whole gist of the book.
Yeah, I mean, the book, it goes fast and you like it definitely has picked up. Everything I think we all predicted came true.
hmm
So we talked about, was Colin having an affair with the next door neighbor?
And
Um,
she's pretended to be like friend of,
she's pretending to be the friend, but are they sleeping together?
yeah.
Um, is something going to happen between Maya and the teacher? Um,
Mr. Peters.
What's the girl's name that she goes to stay with?
Maya,
Clover.
Clover.
Is
Clover.
Clover's husband going to come back, or is he having an affair with somebody
Mm.
else? So,
It doesn't look at the moment because you remember when she got him, he came back.
well, I did read past, so I won't say anything. But
Oh, I did. I stopped. I stopped. I was
Okay.
like, oh, I gotta stop. Oh my
but
God.
yeah, so far all of our predictions that we made came true.
And I
Right.
think when that predictions come true, it make you be more invested in them. Like you really be like
Okay.
into it. Then like you really hate
I,
Colin.
I'll sum up from our last meeting that we talked about that how the life of like was that lady's will was a kind of a good thing for her or bad thing for her, putting into a challenging situation or blessing her with something like good future for the kids. And we predicted from the line sentence that when um, the girl went what was her name? Bronte. She went missing, and then they were searching for her and everybody and the police and all that. So we talked about what we thought about, like how she had the number, Colin's number, the neighbor. She said, "Yeah, I have the number." So that's what kind of a catching string, or like, so we hinted out there is something going on there, probably. And also, we talked about like how Maya is feeling towards Mr. Peters, who is the head of the higher section. And we said Clover's personality as more original and kind of like she's a rich from the rich background, and but her husband is from like a common background. So this is what we were talking about, how the things are going on. So we predicted this is going to happen, this could be happening, this could be happening. Yeah. Hello, Dr. Mahasan. We're just briefing Ray what we talked about
Hey
last week.
everyone,
So
Salam alaikum. I'm just catching in. I'm just jumping in, and
no
you
problem.
guys know Tuesday night I'm running from office
Right.
to office, but alhamdulillah. Salam alaikum, everybody.
Alaikum salam.
Hey,
Like my
Dr.
son.
Ray. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum
Aida.
salam.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah. Dr. Ray, I missed last week too, so I'm glad
Oh,
you're
we're in the
bringing
same
us up
book.
to speed.
Uh,
Cool.
And I
so we
came in
talked
late
about,
because I had a meeting. So,
yeah, but we talked about whatever we talked in the whole hour. So we briefed
Okay. I get it. I get
All
it.
right, well then
All right.
y'all go first if y'all caught
Mara.
up then.
All right.
It's
Dr.
Hannah.
Johnson,
Hannah's
y'all
book.
go
It's
Let's.
first.
Hannah's book, so she should go first.
Hannah
Okay.
finished the whole book though already.
Henna, the only
Okay.
problem with Henna could be, I don't know, she would be, I don't, looks like she didn't accept it yet. So let's listen to her.
Hi guys. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Did you finish the
It,
book?
uh, let's not go that way.
Let's not go to the facts.
I might have not.
Okay.
But that you guys know me from like how many years now? 5 years since COVID time. So if a book that I'm interested in. Like, if there is a book that is really interesting, I have to finish it in a day or
Okay.
two with one eye. Literally, last time I had migraine and I was reading with one eye open. I had to finish the book because I could not put it down.
Okay.
So unfortunately, yeah, that's the
All
kind
right.
of my thing. Like
So,
you have a fishing thing, so
all right. No, I mean, I'm controlled with the fishing, like whatever.
Well,
I don't fishing at night. I mean, I don't fishing while
wait,
sleeping.
well, let's ask you a more pointed question. What was the chapters we read? What was the chapters you read from? What to 27?
yeah, we were
Yeah, we were
supposed to read until
supposed to.
Without
27.
without without going past chapter 27, what were your thoughts?
Without, yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to share. Um, well, it was interesting. I like the fact that Carrie showed the real life like character that Maya is. She showed her a bit naive in the beginning. She's intelligent yet naive because she's okay with like Colin, right? Her husband. Oh, partner. So she is. She
Con
still like keep
Bob.
making excuses on his behalf. Oh yeah, and even then, like in a like you know moments when the
But you
like
think that's that DV element to it psychologically that's
oh,
stuck in her head?
100%, 100%. That's what I'm saying. She was naive enough not to realize that it's definitely had DV theme, and that's what I love about Carrie Fisher writing. That even though she like the genre was supposed to be humor, romance, like rom-com, she still was able to brought up like such a big issue in the society where girls are so naive that like they're apparently so in love that they can't see the things, or they just keep making excuse for one reason
Yeah,
or another.
What
yeah,
do
but
you
this is
think?
not about
Like when she
this is not
got
about
into,
love. Hold on, slow down a second. This her affection for Colin really has nothing to do with love. Love has everything to do with struggle. These are
Survival.
two
Yeah, but she
struggles.
that's what
People,
she named it, isn't it? Like
well, no,
it's
but I'm gonna tell you that this is about struggle, and when two people struggle, they find common ground in the struggle. Right? She even said, maybe I think the end of 18 and 19, she even said, hey, look, maybe he hit me because the bailiff, there was too much stress from the bailiff, or, this and the van got towed away, whatever the
yeah.
case may be.
But it was love
So,
at the beginning. It didn't
no
come
Yes,
a
matter,
struggle until
exactly.
later. It was love at the beginning.
Yeah.
well, of course, there was love at the beginning, but he wasn't a
yeah, when
prick in
she
the
was
beginning.
18, I mean, she got into
But,
Colin when she
but,
was just into
but I think
teens.
But I think, she, from what I've read, and I haven't finished up to 27. Um, I've stopped at 20, because, and I got to say, the book is good so far because I read 20 chapters in one day, in 2 days. I've just been busy with scouting stuff and my research. But so the book is good because I've read 20 chapters and I read it and I didn't listen to it in the car. So, but I just wanted to pause. I know it's not my turn to speak, but I don't think this is about love. This is about struggle, and this is about the children. Yeah, Bronte has a affection for her father. And so she's more about maintaining the relationship with Bronte because she know if she separates Bronte from, that's how you pronounce her name, Bronte.
Yes,
If
yes,
she
Bronte,
separates from
Bronte.
from Colin, this is gonna be hell. I mean, Bronte has already ran away. So what's gonna happen if Dad gets out of the picture? They love
That's
him
a
and they have
trap.
respect him. So this is not. I wouldn't say this is about love. This is about the situation when you are poor and you are in that situation and you find that you have a struggle partner, right? Like it's hard to move away from with a struggle partner. And it's not just lovers even. There's also friends are like that also. Like if you like when you in the struggle, it's hard to break those bonds. That's what I wanted to say about that.
No, but well, I feel that she is in that situation because of Colin. She could have broken the curse, like whatever the pattern, if she was alone, because
No,
She
no,
was
she's in a
already
situation to,
getting, no, she was
I
already
will,
getting benefits. It's just he is spending on weeds, like on it.
no,
So
they
if
both
she, that money was not going in and she was going to open university somehow managing, there was a like
it was her
chance to
dream,
break
but
the
she didn't.
cycle. Yeah, that's what I'm
It,
saying.
it was her
no,
dream,
hold
but
on.
No, but she
she
still
didn't
had
go
the
Hold on a
ahead.
forms and
second.
everything, and it was
Hold on a
possible. I
second.
know how it
Both,
works in England. It
both,
wasn't
both
impossible,
of them,
but because of
Maya.
Colin, it became impossible.
No, we can't. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We can't blame Colin for Maya's poor decisions. They both made poor
Say that
decisions.
again, Doc. Say that again, Dr. Ray. You can't
You
blame who?
cannot blame Colin for Maya's poor decision. Yes,
Oh,
Absolutely.
Colin's a
we are
Tied
not.
together.
That's why I said she
Absolutely
was
tied
look,
naive.
together.
Colin is a loser, and I'm not. He's a loser. But Maya made the decision to be with him, right? Her mother told her, you're going with a loser," right? Her mother said, "You're going with a loser." She made that decision. So you can't. I don't like it when people say, "Well, this person made me do X, Y, Z." No, this person didn't make you
Oh
do X,
no,
Y,
no,
Z.
You
You
just
definitely.
just
said Bronte. You just said Maya wouldn't leave because Bronte knew the relationship she had with her father had with Crozier. So it's all tied
It's
together.
all tangled in. But again, you make decisions. And
If
sometimes
you
you got to put your adult pants on, your big girl pants, your big boy pants on, and make good decisions for your family, right? And
For yourself.
that's the issue is that both Colin and Maya, they make poor decisions. I mean, why do they have she's working and she's not paying the council bill? Come on, man.
With
Exactly.
one person working and he's
well,
smoking weed, he rolling up blunts in the house in front of the kids.
and
It's like,
also,
no, the
well,
heck.
there are, if we put it into, I mean, like if we try and make it simpler, there are two issues. One are the personal relationship issues, and one are the financial issues. So the financial constraint and the issues that I was going to ask you guys, if you give a like a mediocre person $1 million at once, it's the same situation probably he would be into. He would not know what to do with that kind of money.
I agree with that because most of the I don't know if you guys have ever heard in England, if somebody wins a lottery of $1 million, after 4 or 5 years, they're again in the
Poor.
council
Yeah.
houses because they
Yeah.
don't know how to manage that money. And
Yeah.
they just blew it up on like
Yeah.
literally
Just like Colin
unnecessary
was
thing.
thinking of, just
Trading
Yes.
Colin
places.
And
was
yeah, I mean,
just,
that's what Colin was thinking. Colin was
yeah.
thinking, oh, she left us this money.
Yeah. And
And
then
it
let's
was, and
party
he's
around
getting
some.
all happy because he's a, like Ray said, he's a loser. He doesn't want to work. She's working. So at one time, it seems like maybe at one time they both were working and then he lost his job or whatever, stopped working. So she can't afford everything on her own. And so she's sticking with him because um of the kids, and she knows that her daughter is a daddy's girl. I gotta go. I'll be right back. My order is here, so I have to
All
She
go.
right.
got a little, Bronte got a little
Okay.
con in her too. She
Look,
got a little
I'll be
as
right
Colin
back.
Bronte.
Yeah,
I just gotta
he
get.
absolutely does. Thank you.
as Ray
Thank you.
was mentioning that it's people's own decisions, and if you don't take the right decision, the time is going to go and the life is going to develop, and these wrong decisions or poor decisions are going to come into your face, and they would be like big monsters in your way of going ahead. Yes, Dr. Mahasan.
Hi, everybody. Missed you guys last week. I am really enjoying the book. Um, I have 3 points. One, I totally agree with Dr. Ray that familiarity is the thing sometimes that people hold on to. Colin is familiar. Colin is what she knows. Colin is also predictable. She knows that Colin is going to spend money. She knows that Colin is going to get high. She knows that Colin is not going to have enough money to pay the bills. So he's quite predictable. It may be painful, but he's definitely predictable. I think we have another book of people kind of the haves and the have-nots, or maybe the haves and the have-mores, or maybe the have-nots and the have-mores, and so they have a life them, they have their own moral code, which may be immoral to the majority of us. We have affairs going on. We have friendships being betrayed. You have children, as in Khadija said. Bronte is definitely, is running game on her parents, right? She's happy at Clover's house. Clover's house is the place she really, the thing she likes, and she knows that her parents can't afford that. But, she kind of makes her mom feel guilty for little things to the point that she runs away. Sandy is supposed to be a confidant, and yet she's sleeping with her husband. Gen 1 is a parent who's sleeping with Clover's husband. So here we are back to a bunch of secrets again. But
How
just
we
getting
know
back,
Jen? I missed that part. Jen 1 husband sleeping with Lawrence, with
Gen
Clover's
1
husband.
is sleeping. Did I go
I
too
don't know.
far?
It looks like
Oh yeah, you went too far for me. I don't know. I'm like, what? That's a new one for me.
At the wait a minute. I stopped at the dance.
The
27th
dance what she
chapter,
want.
page
The dance what
160.
she wearing the red
Oh,
dress.
maybe that was the next chapter. I'm
Oh yeah,
sorry.
you
I'm
went.
sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. I think
Wah,
that's the next
wah,
chapter.
wah, wah. Somebody spill the beans.
Sorry,
Somebody
Dr.
spill
Ray.
I
Sorry,
can't
I'm
wait
Vanessa.
to
about to
get
have my
into
groceries
this.
the
came.
beans. Spill
I'm
the
gonna
Okay.
finish
beans.
today
I
too.
think that Colin and Maya are both codependent on each other.
Hello?
Colin Maya has somehow internalized that she can't do any
Hello?
better, and Colin kind of constantly solidifies that
Well,
by whenever she tries to get up a
and
notch, it's like a
oh,
crab in a barrel,
okay.
just pull you
Oh,
down,
let's
pull you down,
this.
pull you down. So I just find them very codependent. I find him predictable, just predictable. She's been with this person for so long that even when she gets an inkling of something that's nicer and kinder and gentler, she still can't see herself worthy of that. So I hope that as we go forward, I hope that Maya is able to break this codependence and kind of look at Colin for who he is, look at herself for who she is, because she's having an identity crisis as well, and make some decisions that are not only good for her but better for her children. And she's able to see in herself what the professor saw in her. So that's my take on it. But I don't like Colin so far.
Isn't it the similarities between this book and what we just read?
Yes.
There's a lot of similarities.
What we
Yes.
just read? The Lake by the Lake?
The secret history.
Oh yeah. Goldfinch. I mean,
And I see some other similarities between the wedding book too. What was that? The Last Wedding?
Oh,
I see
yeah,
some
the last
last
wedding,
person
whatever.
at the wedding by the lake.
last one at the wedding. So lots of secrets, right? Lots of secrets, lots of people living these lives that it's like, oh wow, we can kind of figure it out after a minute. But yeah, and again, it's the have mores and the have nots. And they live totally different, they told totally different social and emotional and moral lines. And they just
But
cross them.
isn't
But
it?
I
But
like
I
how
found. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bridget.
I like how Clover is like empathetic, although she understand Maya and she have money. She like, girl, if I ain't have it, I would give it to you. Girl, you got to do this. Like, shooting at, not shooting at the husband, but she did shoot the rifle off or whatever. Just like little things, I feel like Clover, just like in general, like that's just genuine. But also, I also feel like it make you think. People always say people with money don't clean their house. It'd be like, they don't. They was talking about Clover House. I was like, that bothered me. I was so glad when they was cleaning the house up. Like, am I like sitting here going, I'm so glad they cleaning up finally. But I just find like that's like, if you could find somebody like that, that's like a solid, genuine relationship. She don't want nothing from her. She like, take this, you be all right. Like in my head, I would have been like, listen, you got me. You sure you're gonna give me whatever? Colin could have had that house, that empty house with that paint. I probably wouldn't have went back. I don't know if mine goes back to Colin yet, because I did stop at the page or whatever. But to me, that would be I don't know, even with kids, but I wasn't a young mother. I didn't have kids to my 30s, so I'm not even gonna compare myself to a young mother like that. Before she has had a chance to really build a foundation for her own self or the family. So I'm not gonna do that. But I did find like you know, the domestic violence part, how she just like took it and she just like, okay, if you see me, you do, and if you don't, you don't. Like that part, I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to be seen, or I probably
Bridget,
wouldn't want to
I
be seen.
I worked with some of them, and then I can tell you that it's not financial thing, it's not education, it's just the person itself. I know like some women, they were highly educated, stable job, living in a abusive relationship, not ready to leave partner without having a child or anything. It's just like you said, it's just codependency, like, oh no, but, and giving excuses on their behalf, like, oh, but then he's nice at those times, love bombing like at that time. So I'm not sure, like, attachment issue is a real issue. So people get attached to things, and people, and also obviously people, and it's really hard. I think change is scary for some people regardless of their
Mhm.
background, and that's what scares them.
Yeah,
When it comes
yeah.
to the domestic violence issue, I think sometimes we oversimplify it and sometimes we overcomplicate the issue. What, a lot of times, um, it it's we want to like put things in this box when it comes to domestic violence, that it's over dependence or this and that, and sometimes we don't want to deal with the harsh reality is sometimes the person is staying in this situation because they're getting something out of it. But we don't want to say that because that comes across as politically incorrect or harsh. But many times a person is staying in that situation because there's something they're getting out of the situation, or they may be just as much as a player in that situation. But it's easy to come across as a victim when a man hits you. When a man hits you, the woman is automatically the victim, and a lot of times it's a lot more complicated than when we talk about why she stayed. I'm talking about
And
why a woman
especially
was.
and especially like not to say, well, they weren't married, they weren't married, but they had children together. It's just like I just do you do that for somebody that you're not married to? Do you stay that long even for like the children's sake when that person like, because Colin definitely was using Maya because he was saying, "Oh, I'm doing X, Y, and Z," knowing that he was still. Well, we knew he was with Sandy the whole time. Kind of like you, kind of like when she said she
Okay,
was running this bath water. That was it. It was like that got to be happening. so so yeah, but it's just
I
like,
mean,
what? How
for me,
far do you go with a person?
for me, this is about like social economics, because I saw this in the hood. You saw people who never got married, who were in these
True.
violent relationships, right? Had all these kids. They always argued. The police were always there every other weekend, every other day. The police is not, there's always domestic, there's always violence going on. And so you can't say it does, I don't know. I'm not a
Bill
sociologist. I don't
Cosby
know.
wife stayed with Bill, and Bill, and she knew, Camille knew that Bill was slipping people slipping in sleeping pills and people drink. She knew it. She stayed, and she's a
Again,
highly
again,
educated woman.
again, those have more. They have a different moral standard. Their compass, they don't they push the boundaries, thinking that it's okay, because they're looking at the what they feel is a bigger picture.
I really think it's that
Money,
social.
status.
I think it's
I
socioeconomic, because I
don't,
think
No, I
when
I
agree. I
don't
agree with you,
think,
Dr.
I
Atkinson.
don't
you
think
have the
Children,
domestic
no matter where
violence,
you are.
domestic violence is, I'm sorry, excuse me, someone's calling me. I don't know who it is.
Anyway,
But
domestic violence is anything that happens in your house and somebody thumping on your head. I don't care what the DSM book says. Violence is violence against anybody, whether it's against women, whether it's against men, whether it's against children.
right,
Violence is violent. Okay.
Yeah,
And the people you expect to
violence is
protect you and have
violence,
your back.
and the
Yeah.
question is, why does someone stay in a violent situation?
Yes.
I would ask more
I
pivotal
think
question.
people stay for different reasons. In particular, for this particular in this book, she's staying for her kids. Some people stay for finances, some people stay for kids, some people say, I don't
I don't
know
think
what to
it's just her
do.
kids. I don't think
And
it's
who-
just
I don't she said she's staying because she knows how much of a daddy's girl her daughter is, and their
she
relationship.
also has this self-identity. Is she good enough for anyone else?
Right, she has that, but but also too, and that's the reason why a lot of women stay too.
Yeah.
But for her, I
Yeah.
think the way I'm reading it is the whole main reason she's sticking with Colin is that she has these kids by him, and that she knows her daughter would be devastated if she leaves. Because I don't know if I read too far. I don't think I did, but they started her daughter and Clover's son start kind of getting on each other's nerves. And she's like,
Yeah.
when are we leaving? She's like, when are we leaving? When are we leaving? When are we leaving? Are you leaving, Dad? Why would you do that? And then she panics because she's like, I can't lose my daughter. So she's like, yeah, we're going back. I'm just helping Clover out. When I think in the back of her mind, maybe she thought, I'm not going to go back, because I do kind of have this person who wants me here, who's struggling too, because her husband left her or whatever. So it's like, but people stay in general. Women stay, and women hit too, and abuse too. But for this particular scenario, I think the main reason why she's staying is because of her kids. I think the secondary reason is because she feels.
Tamara, you don't think the setting has something to do with it? I think setting has a lot to do when you read books. You have to look into the setting. They
I mean,
live in the
definitely.
council.
I mean,
They live in
definitely, but I think women,
Hold on
I
a second.
think
They live in
in
council. They live in council housing. They live in a rough neighborhood, right?
Oh,
They
cool.
gangs and drugs and condoms in the vacant car and all this stuff, right? So, as somebody who grew up in the hood, I'm going to tell you that sometimes that's a part of the culture too. Sometimes people stay in certain situations because it's a culture thing also. It's a culture thing. Yeah, because look, what did Sandy say? Sandy said, "Oh yeah, I got belted upside the head a couple times. You're healed in the next couple of days." Now we know that she probably
Yeah.
said that because she threw in Colin
Sandy
too.
helping Harpo,
But
Sandy
But
helping her get paid.
I do think she wants more. And I think, like, like she was saying with the woman who left her the money, she would go to her house and she would clean, and the woman allowed the kids to kind of read and do different things. And the woman was, encouraging her, like, hey, you're smart, you're this, you're that, you can go to college, you can do this, you can do that. And so she has like that piece of trying to be, she does definitely have that self-worth piece. And Colin definitely plays into making her, you don't want to step out of what we are. We are from the bad side of town, and how you think you want to send our kids to this, what's the name of the school?
Sterling
Well,
somebody.
Sterling Hall.
you want to send our kids to the Richie Rich school, and so they'll meet they'll meet these rich kids, and they're going to be ashamed of us. So he definitely plays into her insecurities about herself, her insecurities about her situation. Overall, Colin, he's an asshole. I definitely think. I hope she finally sees him for what he is eventually. I don't know. If she finally does, tear off the band-aid. I don't think so, but I do
I'm
hope.
I'm
I do hope
I'm
so.
going to ask one more thing, which is actually all of you guys, which you have mentioned about the domestic violence.
Yaz didn't go.
I want,
Yaz didn't go yet. And Bree. Hey, Bree.
I will give it to Yaz after that.
Hi,
Um,
everyone. Sorry I'm late.
all right. Hello, Sabrina. Okay.
Uh,
So I was going
I
to
don't
ask
have
you guys,
anything to add
when,
that hasn't been said
check.
because I haven't read it all either. I've only gotten to chapter 21, and everything that I was gonna say has been said.
Yeah.
I don't like Colin
And
and I don't like
and some now.
Sandy. I like Clover. Hmm.
All right. I was going to ask you about the domestic violence. When you are talking about the pickle point, which Ray mentioned that when it is the physical violence, so does it start really from the verbal abuse or verbal disrespect or verbal kind of thing, or there are some other reasons?
I don't know. I would think that you would see something verbal before something physical came,
I
because
think it
that was the
starts
first time
early.
he
Yeah.
hit her, and he didn't hit her till the people came with the council. Well, the people was came and tow the van away, and he was like, and the back door was open, and it shouldn't have been open. So I don't know if like he went into shock or whatever when he hit it, and
I
like
mean,
went like
fire never
went
starts,
bang. Like
fire
I don't
never
know.
reaches like a kind of a blast, immediate blast, but it would start with a kind of a starter things that it would,
He was
And
definitely he was definitely
that's
verbally abusive
and
and
that's one of the
financially.
points that's one of the points I wanted to make is that you cannot, when you're looking at stuff like this, the setting is so important. They
Right.
live they live in a place where this type of activity is acceptable. Don't just
Yep.
look at Colin, look at the gang. Look at, remember when Bronte was missing and she walked into the, was it,
Terrence and them.
yeah, look at Terrence them. The guy they pushed the guy off the wall. His brains were scattered all over. They live in a dangerous, dangerous place. And I'm gonna tell you, it's growing up in the hood. You see the same things. It's almost, you can write a story to it. It's
Yep.
violence. It's domestic violence. It's street violence. It's robbing. And people become what's the word?
Immune
What's the
to
No,
it.
word?
no.
But
Immune.
it
They
happens in
They
rich
didn't push him
neighborhoods
off the
too.
wall. He was playing
they become
around in
immune.
a trolley and he fell over in a trolley.
He fell over,
It
yeah.
wasn't
It
violence in the
happens,
game. That was an accident.
It
but
happens in
domestic,
Uh-uh,
rich neighborhoods. It does,
it
but I
happens in
think
rich neighborhoods
but
too.
it happens
It happens with
differently.
rich people too.
It does, but I think it
No, but
happens differently. And
no.
I
Hold
was
on a
gonna
second. Hold on a second. Hold on. It's a totally different thing. It's somebody who's lived in the hood and somebody who lived in rich neighborhoods. I'm gonna tell you, it's a complete different thing. Is there violence in rich neighborhoods? Yes, but it's a different type of violence. Like when you grew up on North, if you grew up where I'm from the Wire, right? You grew up in the Wire, tell you people deal with things is not a big deal. I'm gonna tell
Yep.
you if in Baltimore in the hood in West Baltimore, East Baltimore, all right, if a dude goes upside his girl's head, either she's gonna go back overside his head or she's gonna accept it. It's like it's a hood thing. Like we gotta understand that some things
No,
are
I
just
think it's just a domestic violence
hood
thing.
thing.
It's a
No,
That
domestic,
is,
because you hear women put on
yeah,
makeup, they do it
domestic
like
to
rich
violence.
be
women cover.
Listen, absolutely. I'm not debating that. I'm not debating that. What I'm saying is that people accept it becomes a part of the culture. That yeah, I know women who said he's I know women who say if my man don't hit me, he a chump.
yeah.
But they
Okay,
I
did
let
it
know
on the
women
Sabrina,
who
color
let's listen
purple.
to
Remember
Sabrina, what she
Remember
has to
when he
add to
told
no,
Sabrina.
Harpo to beat
The
Oprah?
good.
same thing
That's a
happens
part of
with
the
rich
hood.
women too.
That's what
The
I will
same
come
thing
to
Hundred
that.
happens with rich
percent.
women too.
And
Um,
We'll come
I
to that.
think Ray forgot about the very first book we read of Carrie Fisher, The Silent Wife. That was a rich family, and Lara was very accomplished woman. She had a degree, she was everything. She was still putting up with Massimo's abuse, and she, because he crushed,
Don't
it was
confuse.
coercive control. It's just they made
I
like
don't hold on a second.
can I
Don't confuse what I'm saying. I am not saying that violence does not happen in rich neighborhoods. Don't confuse what I'm saying. But what I am saying is in the hood, there's some type of there are activities and things that go on that is just acceptable, right?
right.
So this is the hood in the
Mm-hmm.
UK.
Mm-hmm.
So Maya is a part of that hood culture, right?
Right.
I know we love her. She's the main character. We love her, but she's hood. She's ghetto. You know what I mean? So when we talk about why she's with Colin, it's a lot more than Colin being just a jerk. Yeah, Colin's a jerk. He's a slumbag. I don't like him. He's an asshole. But they live. This is the community that they live in. They got to lock the doors because the bailiff will come in and take their stuff.
Yep.
right? This is
Yeah,
big
that's
stuff.
deep.
Right?
Can
So
I add?
gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, let's listen to Sabrina.
So I know I came in like in the heat of a lot of things, but I was actually gonna say exactly what, well, not exactly, but what Ray said. It's just a part of being in that environment. It's a part of being, yes, he is completely a jerk. I don't like Colin, and she knows, but and I think Tamara said something along the lines of, we hope that she wakes up and see. She already know who he is. She knows, she is very clear on who he is. She is very clear that their life is not progressing anywhere. And I think with them, it's really, it's, I'm not even going to say with them in that setting, in that environment. This isn't the life that I chose, and I'm just going to deal with it. I know it may, and for some people do push themselves and say, I want to get out of this. Some people may get help from someone around them to pull them out of it. But generally, when you grow up in that environment, you know that it's not right. You know that you can do better. You kind of resolve that this is my life, and I'm going to, and then your focus becomes on, maybe I can help my kids to get out of it. But you've just accepted it. This is what it is. I do agree that domestic violence does happen in other communities, but it looks very different in hood communities. It looks very, very different, and it looks exactly like what it is, right?
Okay, let's turn around from this violence kind of thing. I would put it in a little bit different perspective. Do you think that if Maya, like she got the opportunity of the wealth, and that's where she was relying more upon some kind of support from Colin. Now she is into a position that she's now coming up into her senses, that she gets the kind of a confidence that she can take a decision, which she was not able to do that unless until that point that lady
But
didn't.
but I don't feel like it was a confidence issue. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like it was a confidence issue. I
Mhm.
think she grew up in she. I think her upbringing might have been a little different. Her mom obviously worked, but this was her reality. This is the reality that she was in. And I don't think, I'm sorry, I don't feel like there was a confidence issue with her.
And she
No,
You
never
don't
knew
Maya
her
think
is
she was?
father. Maya never
oh,
knew her
Maya
father
is
till
very confident. She
Now she
handled the
is.
meeting
No,
well with when she
before.
first met the parents. When she first met those parents, she handled it extremely well.
Right.
She didn't have low self-esteem. She even, left with, with a little swag with Jen. I think Jen said something slick and she said something slick back. Maya has a
Mhm.
lot of confidence. She's not a weak person. She's a,
Yep.
and Sabrina's absolutely right. She knows who Colin is, right? There's no question. And that's why she has the for lack of a better term, balls to go and hang out with Clover. Like she's
yeah.
not scared of Colin. She's not scared of Colin. She's still right in
And
front of the telly. She's still right in front
and
of the telly and told Colin we're leaving.
yeah.
Right. And if you
And
don't get
also,
your
do you
act together,
think?
I'm gonna leave. That's not somebody who's scared of Colin. She's not scared of Colin. She even says, if he's gonna start something, I'm gonna take this pot and I'm gonna knock him upside the head. Remember that? I'm gonna take this
Yeah.
pot. She's not scared of Colin. She's not.
Yeah. And
She's just
also,
she's
do you think
surprised that
that
he met her for the first
Clover
time.
is like she's having an impact on Clover even to get fitter and be cleaner and be good in her manners and stuff like that?
And the kids going to bed earlier. Her Clover children, they off the chain, but they be having a lot of fun though, right? Could you imagine? She like the Richie Rich mom, right? She just like whatever. She letting them bust windows, skateboarding in the house.
I would love
Yeah, I
to be
mean,
Clover's
Pigeon
kid.
crap
Oh, I would
falling
love to be
down, rabbits running all around.
I would
I be
love
yeah, I
to be
scared
mean
of
the
Clover
Clover's
horses
house
on
because
there. So
Auntie,
you
them
get to
animals
ride the
mess up
horses
in
every
Clover
day.
house, right?
Yeah, you get to ride the horses every day. You live in a kind of a big ranch kind of an house.
Clover's mom is
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Clover is awesome mom. If you're a kid, she's an awesome mom. She
yeah,
got
Yep.
but
money
think
too.
like, well, I mean, she's also getting a kind of level that she might say bye-bye to her husband as well.
And she
She
Can I
hiding
she's
the
ask
an
you?
fact from her
awesome
children what's
mom,
going
but
on. Yeah, she keeping her emotions away from the kids. They haven't really seen her break down or go. She like telling the kids that the dad out the country working and all of that stuff. Like that
Yeah,
take a
now
lot
both of
for a
them,
woman to hide them
yeah,
emotions.
yeah, both
I
of the
guess
ladies
money. I
now
guess
going to
money
the gym
helps.
now. Both of the ladies are going to the gym now.
Well,
Yeah.
What he was going to say,
Mia's
Henry?
working at the gym, and then she just Mia work. That's Mia's job. She's cleaning the
Mm.
gym.
No, but
No,
Maya
she's
also
no,
got, she
she's
can use the gym when she's working.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
she
what
but
has
she
she's
use
does.
of the
using the
gym.
gym now.
She
No,
is.
They
you
She
gave her
has,
remember
permission to use the
last
gym while
27th
she finishes
chapter?
her work.
26th chapter, she
yeah, no,
killed
she
herself
is.
almost like she was going like running and doing kickboxing and all that when she found out about Colin. That's where she got another kind of a kick on her back that she would need to do something extra mile. And she started doing herself like
Now
better.
I thought Clover was gonna start sleeping with the man at the gym, or did I get that far yet? Remember when
Well,
she was
probably the
okay, let
ram.
me
I
shut
mean,
up.
Mia's
Yeah, the
transformation have
Rab,
anything
right?
to
That
do
was
with
his name.
Colin.
Yeah.
I think we're
Right.
giving Colin a lot of credit for Mia's transformation. I don't think what she's dealing, her transformation and her changes had anything to do with him. I think she knew exact, and again, is that mentality of when you live in those areas. I think she was like, wait a minute, now I see a possibility of having a different lifestyle. So let me make some
Oh
other.
yeah,
but
cause Zach
It
had her
had
laying on
everything
that
to do with
couch and was stroking them sores or whatever. You
it.
daggone real, you got a
yeah, I mean,
man
Colin.
but I was going to
soothing your
say,
bruises and stuff, giving you ice and telling you could do better, and you know that you really want to do better. That's a big, like big, like motivational thing for Maya. Like I don't
yeah.
know, like when a man tell you that your man is trash and he treating you nice, that's like a lot goes on in your mind. You can't be defensive and go, you lying, leave my man alone. You gotta
I
really
mean,
process that and be like, it's true.
I
You
mean,
know?
Zach is wild for
yeah.
that, though. He's a wild boy for that. He's wild.
Who
I
was
don't
wild?
think
Zach was.
yeah, Zach's not a good guy.
Why
I
you
think
say
he's
that,
not
Ray? Why you say
because
that?
he knows
That's
that
Ray
she's
from the hood, and Ray knows that
crossing
Ray
the
sees
line,
you,
man.
Zach.
That's crossing the line. She knows that she
Well,
got a
Zach is from the hood too.
Yeah,
Zach is from the
yes.
hood
Zach,
too.
yeah, he
Is he from
is,
the
and
hood?
that's why he
Is
said
Zach is
Zach
from
Zach
the
is
is
a
hood?
from
good
the
guy.
hood
Yes,
too.
he is.
Yes, he
He
is.
is?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is from the
Yes.
hoods. Yeah,
He
he
Where
is.
did
actually
we
came
find
from the
this out?
system.
Yeah,
Zach
Where did
got
we get
he's
game.
yeah, he
Zach
because
got game.
yeah, but he got scholarships, he did well,
He
and that's
Zach
how he
Zach
got
know how to
promoted.
pass.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Zach is
Yeah,
passive.
not
Zach,
really, but
like
Zach
not
on that
really.
cold, Zach on that
like
cold
Jen
switch
was
stuff. Oh,
passing.
but
Like
what was
Jen
up with
one was
Sabrina?
passing.
Wait a minute, when Sabrina came out that apartment, please tell me that Zach and Sabrina really not sleeping together and Sabrina only live in that building.
Her name's
Did that
Serena. Don't be giving her my
Sabrina?
name.
I'm sorry,
Serena.
Bree.
Sandy?
Serena, not Sabrina,
Sandy.
Serena.
Sabrina, I'm sorry. Yeah, remember she came out that apartment and she was like, I knew it, and she turned around. She never went in the building. So
Yeah, but look at
okay, don't
Maya's
tell me I gotta
observation.
leave. You still
But
got
look at
another.
Maya's minute observation about her lips and things and all that and all that.
That's woman stuff. I get that totally. You like listen. You checking it out. All the dots connecting. Like this happened. Sabrina, the one that told me she got it from Zach. Yeah. So you gonna automatically think, oh yeah, she came from Zach's apartment. That's what I thought when I saw it, but I don't know if it's true or
Yeah, yeah,
not. But
she didn't hide that she didn't come from Zach's apartment.
no,
She was coming. She
Serena says I'm coming from Zach's
yeah,
apartment. I
yeah,
thought you
yeah,
don't.
No,
yeah.
no, she didn't say it. No.
Yeah, you
But
don't know
She
I
that.
just say,
mean,
oh hi, yeah, I was here. She didn't ask, and Serena didn't tell. It
She
was
said
yeah,
it.
just,
but
yeah. Oh, you're
She
here,
said it.
I'm here kind of situation.
They did that
She
woman
said.
stuff. Like I know you looking at the same man that I'm looking at, so we're gonna play this little dance and keep it
No, I
moving.
think
That's what
Serena
they
Yeah.
believed.
did.
Like I think that Maya was saying she was gonna say she was going to one of the homeopathic places or whatever. I
Yeah.
think that Serena probably believed that if she's saying Zach, if she's sleeping with Zach, she don't care about Maya. It's the
Oh, she
opposite way
care.
around.
She care. Women always care. Come on, Khadijah.
Uh, I don't know. I
but
want to think
anyway, there
Serena would have
was
came a little
He's
harder
playing
on
it
but
her.
off
what I'm
because
thinking,
he got to play it off because Zach is the principal of her kid's school. She can't let that be out in the streets like that.
So tell
okay,
me, Zach
change
playing
of a
everybody on
just
camera?
change of a topic. Just change of a
Zach is
topic. What do
Zach
you
is
think
hold on
when
a second. Hold on, no, don't change topic. Zach is doing everybody. Okay, he's a wild boy. Zach is a
Is he a
wild boy.
wild boy? Oh God! Oh Zach, he had me
Zach,
with
I was going to
had me with the ice packs and the narco cream under the eyes. I was like, oh Zach, he nursing the wounds.
I was going to say, or I was going to ask you, what do you think of the situation when Colin came in and then in the end, uh, Clover came with a gun.
Yeah, I think that was nice. I think that was nice to let
Loved
Colin
it.
know, don't be rolling
I
up on
love
my daggone
I
house.
love that
I don't care who you
situation.
looking for. You're not welcome.
Yeah.
That was
I love that was definitely gangster. Like she was like, yeah,
And
leave. They
no,
kept saying, leave.
that was
He
old rich
wouldn't
lady.
leave.
That was
think
old rich lady moves right there. When
Yeah,
she
exactly. I was
ain't
about to say
nobody
that was
coming.
an like
She
but
got her
threat
gun.
move
She got
kind
her
of
she
thing.
husband's gun.
yeah, but if she would have known, she didn't know what Colin did. I mean, like Maya didn't share what happened between Colin and that lady Sandy. And she said that if I would have known it, I would have just blown him off. I mean, probably would have
I
been a
think that I
different.
would have banged on the wall. I think Colin and Sandy would have known that I was home. Even if I wouldn't have went over there and kicked the door down and smacked the chick, they would have known they would have known that I know. It wouldn't have been like, was you at the house? It would have been like, oh, junk. We gotta stop making all this junk. Is that what I hear? Like, oh no, I would have interrupted that group. I would have did
I
something. I
think
don't know. I'm just a little
she's moving in silence. Like she heard what she heard, she saw what she saw. She like, okay, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start moving in silence. And you know what? Hopefully, as we continue on with the next chapters, because I did stop myself from reading, he's going to
Yeah, yeah,
find out. He's going to find out that, like,
no, no, don't give us a spoiler.
no. I'm saying hopefully he finds out that she's moving in silence, because then he call that part where he calls her and he's like, oh, and she's like, I know all his tales. I know he lying, and I'm gonna just make him think that I think
But
that
she's just
everything
holding
I'm
on to
coming
that.
back.
I
Yeah.
don't got
She's
that kind. I
just
don't got that
keeping that
kind of
trump
energy.
card in her
Yep.
hand
I think
so
that's what
that
she's
whenever the
holding
time
on to.
comes in,
Yep.
so I can throw this trump card. So my cards would be heavier. I mean, I could do a better bargain, whatever the
Yeah, I don't know
situation
how to
comes
hold.
in.
I don't know how to hold my trump card like that. Not if I hear him in his happy place, like making noise. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that
Because
one.
she
Ain't no
just
trump
like
card.
we said, there is no love between them anymore. So he's staying around for all the various different reasons, but love and
No,
connection,
but
and
Sandy
Okay,
deserved to
okay,
beat
wait,
up. She
wait, wait.
deserved to
Let
be beat
let
up.
me let me let me ask
they
Khadija then.
both deserve to be beat
Khadija,
up.
Khadija, let me ask you one question. What do you think? Why, let me put it in a nice word. Why so late she found out that Colin was making goals so late? Why she found out so late?
What kind of goals was he making about painting at the bedding place? What goals did he make?
Sandy. Colin was dealing with Sandy. He's saying, why did she find out so late that Colin was dealing with Sandy?
Because she wanted
We're
to find out.
grown.
She missed
We
all the
read a
cue. We
book
knew.
about prostitution, and we can have adult conversations. Let's have
All
adult
right.
conversations.
Yeah, no,
You think
I was
that
actually
you think that
referring. No, no,
because she
no, no,
liked
no,
it,
no,
she
no. I was using the same words which Colin used. A goal.
The
You
goal.
Yeah.
remember?
When he
no, I
climaxed, he
don't.
said goal.
When
Is that
Colin,
what you're talking about?
Yep,
yes,
yep.
that's
Sounds
what
so
he's talking
fakey.
about.
Okay.
So I was
Well,
just saying
Oh, I thought you
That's
meant.
how
why,
she
my
knew.
Oh,
I
question.
think
you
that's
know
how
what
she
when she
knew.
heard him. Remember,
Yeah, when
she's
she
at
I'm,
heard
work
him.
when he's doing his thing. As
Yeah,
soon as she
yeah,
heard that, she knew that it was her
that
partner.
was him. Yeah, she knew
She
yeah.
that was
that's
him.
what I'm
probably
saying.
didn't
My
expect
question
it
is
from
not
her
this.
best
My
friend.
question is, my question to Khadija is that why Maya caught him so late rather than this thing going on so long?
Because she
I
was at
think.
work when he was doing his thing. She didn't even know she was at
No,
work
no,
normally.
Oh, you said
Khadija was telling me
prostitution.
about the
Sandy
lady
always
thing.
saying she working at night all the time. That's what you saying, yes?
He's going for the club, that kind of a club, play cards or something like that, kind of. He
It's
was pretending to be.
He was going to Sandy, and Maya
Yeah.
was at work, and
Maya
So
was at work.
Maya trusted
Sandy.
Sandy to be like, don't break the sister code. That's your
Right.
husband, your partner. You don't cross that line. And Sandy felt like, well, it's an
Listen,
opportunity.
Sandy
and
was in
also,
the hood, and I think we keep. I'm with Ray. I'm gonna keep going back to that. the setting makes a big difference in how all of this is playing out. This what's happening, and Hassan, I shared this with you, right? I shared with you that as I was reading, I could predict the next scene. Remember, I said that to you because
Mhm.
I grew up in this. Nothing that happened so far came as a shock.
Yeah,
I
nothing
literally
surprised
predicted
me
the
as
next
well.
one
Definitely.
because
Yeah.
this is what happened. I right away, I forgot what she said. She said something to Sandy, and Sandy's response. But last week when we were talking about it, I was before I read it, I was like, Sandy's sleeping with Colin, right? It's the setting. It's the
It
convenience.
was
You
the
right
phone
next
number.
door. You at work. I at least you have a man. It may be a piece of man, but you have one. I don't have one in the house, so I'm gonna tap a little bit of what you have.
But
I mean,
Sandy
this
was
is
having a
nothing to
lot of
us.
good time with
Yeah,
Maya. I mean, like they
but
were joking and to the
Yeah.
like kind of best friends, kind
but
of best
Sandy was
neighbors.
jealous. Sandy said,
She
"Wait a
was
minute, why
keeping
can't I
Maya
have
off her
what you
scent
have?"
like a hound. She tried to keep Maya off her scent, and Maya was
Yeah.
oblivious. But
And
as
she was like
Sheree,
Shane or Sean. What you said? You was it
Yeah,
Shane that you
Shane
said
or
or what
yeah,
it
which
Sheen
was?
or
one is it?
Shane or
Yeah.
Sean.
No,
Shane
no,
or
no. It was
Sheen.
Colin. It was a C, not an
It
S.
was a
Yeah.
And
C.
at the end
Yeah.
of the, and also too with Maya, uh, um, Colin and Sandy very much are very similar in their thinking. Like Colin is like, why, Sandy, when Sandy found out that, Maya got this money, but it really wasn't money. It was more of this is for a scholarship or, she set the kids up to go to the rich school. She was really like, why are you going to send your kids there? How you going to afford this? And how you going to afford that? And how you going to do this? How you going to do that? And Colin was saying the same thing. Like, why are you going to have the kids reach for more? Why are you going to put this in front of their
Because that's
face?
a hood thing. Not
And
it was not just them.
well,
It was
no,
also
definitely, Colin. Colin definitely is. Yes, that crabs in the barrel mentality. Well, Maya is like, well, maybe they'll learn better, or maybe they'll do this, and maybe they'll do that. Both Sandy and Colin had the same attitude that won't, we have what we have. Be happy with what we have. Don't put the kids to get a better education, type of thing.
so I
Did
thought
For
this
me,
was
it
and
was
oh
like
that's why
jealousy.
very clever
that's
by the
that's why
author. I
Sandy
thought
started
the
acting
author
funny when she knew them, like you said, her and Colin was on the same page with that stuff. Because I
Do
don't know what else besides just the ear to bend. I don't know what Colin was giving Sandy besides, the fun part of it or whatever, the stiff one. Other than that, I don't know what Colin brought to Sandy's table, except like you saying to say, I'm gonna because she has a man and I don't. Other than that, I just don't get it.
do you okay?
check,
One
check,
But
more
at
check,
least
thing.
check,
she,
check.
but at least she got enough sense to put Colin in the
Yeah.
bathtub.
Uh, yeah,
Because
they
Yeah,
were.
Maya
but
She was
sure
giving
said
them
he
a
was
again,
bath.
clean.
She was giving them
again,
a bath.
I think what was brilliant about the what the author is doing here is not just Sandy, it's not just Colin, is also the gang. Remember what the gang said was make referring to, oh yeah, you send your kids to this prissy school. It's a hood thing. It's a crab. It's
Mhm.
that hood crabs in a barrel mentality. So it's not just Sandy and Colin. It's that environment. But I want to, before we wrap up, I have a question. You
Mhm.
guys may have covered this last week, and my apologies if we did. But I think it was foul that the professor gave the scholarship to the kids because, and not any money for them to buy
Yeah,
the
we discussed it. Yeah, we talked
something
about it.
that
That
couldn't have
was
been
it a
foul.
blessing or was it a
Oh,
kind of a
you thought it
challenge?
was foul. You know how Colin felt.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
like
because she
we
paid
were
for the
asking the
tuition.
pros
She
and
wasn't paying for
cons.
the extra stuff. She didn't consider the extra stuff that takes to make that thing happen.
He got two parents. He got two parents.
I think she
Colin blow a
wanted to
lot.
teach Maya something that has a deeper meaning. That's what we
Yeah, but
had
she
like
didn't.
discussed
But
last.
I mean,
ultimately,
like I think
She put Maya
she believed him.
she never she was insensitive to Maya's financial situation.
No, she wasn't
Like
insensitive. I don't think so.
No,
I
no,
think
she's
she
I
was
think
very
absolutely
I
she's
will
highly
absolutely
intelligent woman.
insensitive.
No,
wait
I
just a
read from
minute.
the
No,
sorry.
Wait,
she's absolutely. I'm gonna tell you why she
wait.
was
No,
insensitive
I
I
will.
there
genuinely
was a lot.
believed
Because
that
hold
from
on
the
a second.
Yeah,
beginning.
Hina.
Everyone knows. Hold on a second. Everyone knows that Yeah, tuition is one thing, but there's always other expenses when you go to school or you go and do something like this.
She
It's
had
just
an
like,
option, yes or no. She didn't have to take the deal.
no,
Okay.
she didn't have to
Let's
take it.
let's answer the
But
let's
my thing
answer
is
Ray's question one
from
by one.
the professor's point
Everyone.
of view. Well, I'm criticizing the professor because she was in her own little bubble, not thinking of all the money it takes to send your kids to such a school outside of
How
the
you gonna
tuition.
criticize how much I'm
Let's
giving you?
let's 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 answer
Because
to Ray's
hold on,
question
because it was
one
the
by
Colin
one.
fact
did the same. Colin did
the
the same
dilemma.
thing. He was
She
like, "Oh
put
my
Maya,
gosh, she
no,
didn't
she
do
put
this. She didn't
Maya
get
in a
more."
dilemma. She put Maya in a dilemma. Like for instance, and I see this happen, and again going back to the
No,
hood.
she knew
You
that if she
can't.
had given the
Hold on a
money,
second. Let me. Hold
Okay.
on a second.
Let's everybody can answer one
If
by
you
one.
take somebody from the hood, right, and you said, "All right, I want you to learn how. I'm gonna give you a membership to a golf club to learn how to play golf because your son looks like he's going to be an outstanding golf player. So he's going to be able to have free tee times at this exclusive golf club." All right. Now that puts the family in a dilemma, right? Because they got a free hold on a second. They got a free golf tee time at a membership, but golf cleats cost money. Golf clubs are expensive. Golf balls are expensive. Golf attire is expensive. So it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't situation. And I
Mhm.
think that
Yes.
that was not a good situation to put Maya in because
Okay,
she didn't give Maya the money
let's hear
to make sure that
everybody's.
she can sustain that type of
Then she might as
experience.
well have gave her a daggone trust fund. She wasn't her
She
mother.
should have.
Okay,
She should
no,
have.
let's answer one by one. Everybody,
That's what
everybody would
Colin
get a
said.
chance. Okay, who wants to go first?
Me, I said no. She ain't have to. She left her what she left her what she could afford or whatever. It's up to Maya and Colin. They wasn't never on the same page of how they was gonna make that happen. And Colin takes money out of the household's mouths and drink, drugs, betting, all of that stuff. He is the problem. If Maya could just take her money and just help the kids, and then Colin could take his and they could pay the council, pay down the bills or whatever, they could
Colin doesn't have
see
any
how it
money.
Got
could
it.
benefit the family in the long run, the investments in the children's
Okay, got it.
education.
Got it. We are running out of time, but everybody would get a chance to answer this question. Yes, next guy. Who wants to? Hina?
Oh, I'll go. I would say
Sabrina.
she did put her in a tough position, but I think she did it intentionally. But Ray, I do think you're right. Like I said, for me, this book just brought back so much. I remember having a tennis scholarship for 4 years, and my mother, when that scholarship was over, she was the happiest person in the world because it was a struggle. She didn't have a car. She was always calling someone 3 times a week to pick me up. Right? I rode there with a classmate, but somebody always had to pick me up. So she was relieved. She was like, I am so happy this scholarship is over. Right. And so, but the professor was trying to do what she thought was good for the kids, but it did put the mom in a bind.
But look
Okay.
at you now,
Next,
girl.
next,
but
next, next girl,
that's the thing.
next
But I
lady.
think that she did it intentionally, and there is a deeper meaning. Again, we maybe there will be something we will come to know later why maybe Carrie Fisher had given a reason, but I genuinely think that professor was so intelligent. She put intentionally Maya in
Yeah.
that situation.
Okay. Because you have read
I
it. Okay.
agree,
I would
Hannah.
not
No,
put too
no,
much pressure on you, Hina.
I'm telling you
I
what
understand.
I genuinely thought from the
That's
I
what I
beginning.
understand.
feel
I
too.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to the next person. Who wants to? Ida, you want to put your thoughts
Auntie
in?
I,
Ida,
Aida.
oh,
you're muted. Ida, you are muted.
She said she can't.
Okay,
You
by the
gotta
time,
walk her through it,
yeah, by the
Auntie.
time she figures it out, let's Dr. Mahasan, let's listen, Dr. Mahasan.
Mr.
Mute
Hanson,
her.
can you just read I put it in the chat. Can you read
Right.
it?
All right. Okay. Give me some
The
minutes.
last two messages in the chat.
Yeah. However, the professor may have genuinely thought the tuition alone was an enormous gift. She might have assumed Maya would decline if she couldn't afford the additional costs. She likely didn't fully understand or consider how harsh the environment would be for someone not wealthy. This doesn't excuse it, but it can make her decision look more naive than malicious.
Yeah, I
All right.
think she was trying to, I'm not sure if I think she was trying to do one thing for the children, give them an opportunity, but at the same time also push Maya to kind of pull herself up from her bootstraps because she saw the possibility in Maya as well. I am not
Yeah.
sure that she did it out of maliciousness. I think she did it out of genuine care. However, because she is not from that life, she may not have realized how difficult it would be, as Sabrina mentioned, how difficult it would be for her to manage those other things that add up for her
Okay.
children to remain in that environment.
Understood. Yasmin.
Biscuit, the plain biscuits.
Yasmin. Yasmin.
Peanut butter and crackers.
Okay. Ida.
I think Miss Gwen is. I think her mic is working now.
Okay.
Ida, you there?
Yes, I'm here. So what chapter did y'all read up to? What's this we were talking about?
You have read the first chapter when the professor left the money to that. So we are talking
Yes.
about that professor that we are thinking about. Did she do in a good intention, or did she put her in a difficult situation? What do you think? Because we read ahead, but she
Right.
gave the money and then she utilized it. It was only for her kids' education, no other money, no other kind of for clothing or anything else.
It was just for her children. So okay, now what? What about them?
Yeah, but our raised question was, do you think it was professor's like kind of harsh decision that put her into very difficult situation, or was there something else?
I think it was something else
Okay.
that she might have wanted it to come out of that, not just the
Right.
children.
Okay.
I think it was
All right.
something else. But
No problem.
wait,
Yeah.
everything you was talking about, what did y'all read up to?
Chapter 27.
Chapter 27.
Oh, okay. So
I think the
Yasmin?
professor generally,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think
Tamara,
the
go ahead.
professor generally wasn't, I think she was trying to do a good thing because she saw that the kids, when the kids would come to her house while Maya was cleaning, I think she saw something in the kids, but I think her not thinking, okay, if I'm leaving this money for the kids' education, it's just going to pay tuition. What about the school fees? What about the
you didn't think about
uniforms?
that.
What about I think wasn't one of them playing an instrument, and it was always money, 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 money for everything, so as you guys, for those who are parents, know that kids
Okay.
come with a lot of extra fees.
All right.
So I don't think she was thinking, I don't think she was trying to be malicious, but I think that she was thinking that, okay, maybe if she doesn't have to worry about the tuition, she can figure out everything else. But like we said, she had money.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Okay. Let's,
Maybe it'll come up again later on in the
yeah.
next chapters.
Okay. Let's give the mic to Yasmin.
I said I have no comment.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear. Okay, I will put my last words. I mean, she knew it very well, very clear. She was in her mind. She was the one who was suggesting her that you go for higher education and you have the capability. And as Tamara suggested, that when she was seeing the kids around, so she was clearly seeing the signs of domestic violence and things going on around not very well, and she believed in, and that's where she put her in her mind that you can go for a open university around that. And that's where a clear answer to Ray's question is that actually she was not feeding full fish, she was trying to teach her how to fish.
Yes.
So what I understand, that she was trying to let her come out of her comfort zone and be what she can be. So this were, as an educator, as a professor, she
Agree.
saw a child, what a person could be.
Your school
She's
bill,
still
not
into
to
her
have,
20s.
not to get a school bill for your
Yeah.
children for like their years.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Like
Yeah.
late
Yeah, but
fees.
his like for us, because as the cub master for the pack, that's one of the things I struggle with. Like we have enough money to pay for it. I was thinking about taking some poor kids and paying for their pack fees and their council fees. And then I thought about it and I said, no, it's not gonna be right because we're gonna put the parents in a major bind because it's a lot more than the pack fees and the cub fees, as Mr. Hassan knows. They gotta buy tents, they gotta buy uniforms. Like Cubs is expensive. So we went around just saying, okay, we're gonna pay your pack fees and your council fees unless we're dedicated and committed to paying for tents and uniforms and food and all this other stuff. It'll be better not to have people who can't afford it in the scouts.
Yeah, well,
Because they'll create more of a hardship for the family. The kids will see all these rich kids with all these nice tents,
But
and all this
when
nice
you're,
food. You
I
should
have
see some of
learned
the
this
food
way.
kids come. You should see some of these kids come with snack. Kid had like a filet mignon the other day for a snack on a Friday. He had like a filet mignon. I was
That
like,
was
what's
the
going
June
on?
special, filet mignon.
So that's the perspective I was coming from. But it is 9:15. The clock is
Yep.
ticking. So what chapter are we reading up to now?
Completing the book.
We're gonna complete it.
Yep.
All right.
27
Hannah,
to
Can you still
I
make the
thought,
poll, Mr. Hassan? Can you still do the poll?
Yeah, I will do that. I'll do
Okay,
that.
thank you.
Hannah, I gotta say, I thought I was gonna hate this book.
Me too.
This is why I waited. I thought I was gonna hate it. I'll be
Oh,
honest with
Ray,
you.
there is one more thing.
But it's okay.
We discussed it last time.
I
We discussed it last time. This was her first book, and it has come out with two other names actually previously. A Bad Mom or something like that. You remember she shared it.
Yeah, I saw it.
The
Yeah.
Not So Perfect Mom
Not So Perfect
and
Mom.
Class Ceiling.
Yeah, the Class Ceiling. So the Class Ceiling was the first name. The Not So Perfect name was the American version, and then she came up with the last, what I think,
No,
a
for
few years
American,
ago.
they had like Not So Perfect Mother,
Not
and
So
the UK has
Perfect.
Not So Perfect Mom.
But
And
that's
then
why I
obviously
couldn't find
this.
it on Audible. That's the reason
And
why I
this was
couldn't
her
find it on
first book.
This is
And
her
this was her
very
first
first
book.
book, and that shocked me. But that's why the writing style is a bit different than her other books. Like in other books, she used multiple narrators.
Yeah, because this
But
was the first
yeah,
her
it's her
first
first
try.
book. But nevertheless, it's such an
Yeah,
amazing
because
book.
in the other books, she's using two narrations at one time.
Yeah,
So
or
you are thinking
multiple.
about
Yeah.
two people speaking at the same time. You see the same incident from one person's eye, and then you see from other person's eye. Anyway, as Ray said, it's
For me, guys,
9:15.
you guys didn't even touch those things, but there are so many little things like pronouncing the T's and calling dinner lunch kind of thing. It has so much of British
Yeah,
context
minute
in it.
stuff.
It's just
Yeah, the British
lovely.
context. Yep.
It's so lovely, honestly. And
Yeah.
I can see it
Yeah.
every day because I literally refuse to call
Let
it
me
lunch.
let
Sorry,
me
dinner.
you reminded me of those pincers, the
Yeah.
pinking, what you call those, what she was, not pincers, the pinky, what you call that.
I'm up
You
next.
remember I posted it in the group also, that message. I like that. I would play along, and it is also going to Khadija, that's how to hold the cards. I would play along when she was talking to Colin, even though a picture of his balls and a pair of pinking shears was flashing through my mind.
Yeah, I could dig it. But I'm next for the book. I'm next for the pick a book club book. Is it my turn next?
Yep.
Okay,
So next week we will have the conclusive meeting about this book, rating this book, and then we will go on with
27
Khadija's
to
book.
finish.
Yeah, you
All
might as
right.
well pick up from there because we done told everything else already.
Yeah,
So
27 to finish. Okay, finish.
All right.
all right, we'll
guys.
see
Thank
y'all
you.
next week.
Thank you very
Auntie,
much.
I
We'll
see
see you
y'all
on the other side.
Fajr Friday morning, inshallah.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
what
Federal Friday morning, your time. 5:30.
Inshallah.
Yeah, 5:30.
Not you,
So
Tamara. Tamara
I'll
says
see-
school break. She out.
Tamara
Don't count.
Tamara need to be in too.
Maybe.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link
Maybe, I
to
don't
sign
know.
up.
If I am there, I'm going to be half awake. So
No, you be
Me too.
wide
I
awake.
said I'm be.
Listen, you're already up praying, so come on.
I don't know if I'm going to be my usual.
All you
beautiful
can get
self.
is Barakat. Come on, we'll talk about that in another.
I'll try.
Carmen.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
look just like this.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
so
guys.
much.
See you
Bye.
later.
See you
Good night,
next week.
everybody.
Bye.
Have a
Yeah, see you next
wonderful
week.
rest of the week.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Good
night.
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 Salam.
Good day for you in USA. Good night.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.